What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 30. We are officially at the halfway point right here. So the story has really been picking up. I've been saying that now for the last 10 episodes. All the major chess pieces, major characters, semi-major characters have pretty much reacted or interacted with each other at this point in some fashion or another. What we've yet to see, what I would like to see, is Hohenheim. I don't even know if I want to call him the real one, but I'll just call Hohenheim Hohenheim, and then the father the father. What their relationship is. Are they twin brothers? Are they copies of each other? We know they're not human, at least not 100%, but one of them was able to procreate. Like, he was able to have children. So he's got. I don't know what their relationship is, if they were the same person and they've split, if they're both trying to accomplish the same goal, what their goal even is, why they need to do what they need, why the father needs to do all this kind of mass extinction type stuff when he seems to be able to create homunculi from his actual self. Just a lot of questions that we need answers. But everybody's aware of what everybody's doing. So who attempts to stop who first? If they even attempt to stop each other, you know they probably will. We'll just kind of see how it plays out. So episode 30 here, let's just go ahead and get it started. What's the title? Ishvalan War Extermination, so maybe a little bit of flashback here. And then kind of the major question, one major question still lingering out there is why, when the father figure did his little EMP alchemy cancellation blast, did it not affect the foreign country, or kind of the non, I guess, I don't even know why it didn't affect the Ishvalan and the kind of foreign girl. The only difference they have between everybody else and kind of like Central is ethnicity, or maybe the way they were taught their alchemy. We'll see. But we're pressing play right now. This is a major Colonel Mustang flashback. He doesn't want him using it as a soldier. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He knows they're corrupt. Hmm? He said he's created the most powerful alchemy, which is human transmutation? Or being able to maybe transmute his soul into a different body, or rewind time, or... Oh, oh. Master Hawkeye. Okay, it's his daughter. The Ishvalan War of Extermination. What's their age difference? Are they in like a romantic age? I don't know what their relationship is besides, I guess, this. They could be in a romantic age range. But she's in possession of his research. Oh no. And now two people know of it. Oh shit. Oh hell. What was that tattoo? It looked like kind of some stuff we've already seen before. Put this on silent. And she didn't. He better figure out a way. Yeah, he does. Spit coffee all up in that dog's face. He drug her into this mess. Her life is at danger because of him. He's got Winry's life and Al's life in his hands. We don't have any background on her, so here we go. Alright. Might get some good information here. Yep, that's still so fucked. So pretty much straight up Order 66, like straight Star Wars shit. Like we're killing them. Just straight massacre. No survivors, no prisoners, no nothing. They just really killed them. Mm. Iron Blood Alchemist. There goes the Mustang. And like when this was going on, did they agree with this? We know Major Armstrong didn't. But I mean, it's just straight up massacre. Yeah, yeah, there he is. Jesus. It's like going to a third world country, fully armed, and just spraying. Of course they're not going to be able to fight back. Is this going to be the conversation we saw them flashback to? His wife's pregnant or something? Oh, this is before. And he didn't make it. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, what? Good question. You're asking all the right questions. He's also not wrong. They did sign up for it. And that's what a master Hawkeye was talking about. Right? It's like they're gonna kill me, so I'll just kill them. That's the question. Collecting all those bodies, transmuting on them. Jesus. So they did capture live bodies. That was my question, if they needed them alive or not. So they sacrificed about like 15 or 16 or so. And that gets you, what, one Philosopher's Stone? Human sacrifices? Was that the only Philosopher's Stone he was involved with? Turn the battle around. Were they losing it? So how does he use it without just like holding it innocent? Okay. Did he swallow it? I'm guessing. I don't know. They gave up. I mean, yeah. But say you're hoping to save your people, yeah. And I'm guessing that didn't happen. Fuck. I feel like any normal war. Yeah, exactly. Any normal war, they would probably, but this isn't. They did this on purpose. They want the bodies. And they murder them anyway. What they do with the other tens of thousands. What are they about to show us? What are we zooming out on? Just a mountain of dead bodies? Or. Okay. Oh, that's the speech. True. Who's Hawkeye's English voice actor? It sounds so familiar. It's not Sakura, but it sounds like similar to Haku or something like that. It does sound like Haku a little bit. Hmm. It's been a very big exposition episode. Even yourself? Yeah. But it's the right thing to do. They still went out there and killed. Yeah. Armstrong didn't. They had a choice they could have made. Good luck. It's going to be something up to Ed and Al because I don't see how anybody in the military is actively going to be able to do anything without getting snuffed out. Mr. Armor. She's going to have a crush on him, huh? Because he's so big and... That's all she wanted. Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you. So we get a lot that episode. I mean, everything that's transpired in that whole flashback, it's come from the top down, and it came from Fury Bradley, which came from the father figure. So I mean, we had a lot to go on there. First, we got introduced to Master Hawkeye, which is Riza's father, which was Colonel Mustang's alchemy teacher. I think we kind of got all that down. He already, I mean, it looks like he had suspicions about the military, and they were right. So much for the fact that he didn't want them to be followed, like didn't want to follow in whatever they were doing. I don't know if he was a part of the military and got out, heard what they were doing, didn't want anything to do with it. I don't know his relationship with all that, but he wanted no part, in what was happening. Refused to teach Colonel Mustang any further because he chose to enlist or enroll. Regardless of all that, I don't know who he specifically was, a doctor, if he used to work for the military or had been kind of approached by the father figure or whatever. He says let me get those exact words. Those exact words. Did he say he developed the most powerful alchemy? What was it that he said exactly? He said he's created the most powerful form of alchemy. What that is, I don't know. Mass extinction, mass resurrection, immortalism, if that's even how we're describing that. Either way, he said he's created the most powerful form of alchemy, but he said it would cause mass devastation depending on how it's used. So what he specifically means with that, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's standing in front of my face and I'm just not picking it up. Excuse me if I'm not. He fell dead to sickness, whatever. You know how it normally goes in anime. Somebody that's groundbreaking or is extraordinary. If they've got something super powerful, you got to write them off with sickness. He dies. He has Hawkeye, or he has his daughter. And her, and as we've seen, her and Mustang have this relationship. I don't know if it's like you're my younger sister, or if it's kind of more love interest type thing. I'm sure we'll find out as we go. But everything that happened, the 7-Year War, the Order 66, I know it's 3066, but Order 66, seeing everything with the Ironblood Alchemist, you know, Hughes and Mustang killing people, Hawkeye enrolling as a sniper, Armstrong refusing to follow through, you know, the tens of thousands of Ishvalans that they slaughtered / the ones that they kept alive to then be kind of sacrificed, turned into philosophers, all that, you know, came from the father figure, came from Envy firing that shot. I mean, that was the reason why. So that all goes back to the father figure. When did he learn? When did he know? How did he? Or maybe he's been doing this for centuries. Creating Philosopher's Stone requires human sacrifice. How do I get my hands on willing human sacrifices? I probably never will. So how can I then come across human sacrifices? Again, I don't know why he couldn't just like pluck. I mean, it's still wrong either way, but maybe pluck like homeless people off the street, drunks off the street, you know, people that have nowhere to go. Why he had to go on this like mass exodus, extinction level genocide to accomplish it. But maybe he's always been doing that through history. And that's kind of maybe the dream that Hohenheim was having, that like no matter how long you try to leave humans up to their, you know, selves, they always like revert back to the opposite way. Either way, the war was started. I don't know how many they kept or how many they created. I don't know if every single... I don't think so, because Envy was already made. But the purpose of the war was for the human sacrifices to create the Philosopher's Stones. You need live human sacrifices. What is the reason for the Philosopher's Stones when we've seen firsthand that he's able to create the homunculi without needing exterior Philosopher's Stones? We saw him turn Ling into the new Greed from his own body. Maybe he switches out Philosopher's Stones inside of his body. Maybe Philosopher's Stone power him. You know, maybe it's the same thing. They're immortal and inevitable. Hohenheim and the father figure in general, they need Philosopher's Stones for their own survival. I'm not 100% sure. You've got to find the specific reason for that. The same thing. He's trying to do the same thing in Central. Might create a huge transmutation circle, which I'm guessing he's going to transmutate all the bodies in Central to create, I guess, more Philosopher's Stones again. For what purpose? Why does the father figure, Hohenheim, twin, brothers, not brothers, same person, split personalities, why do they want these Philosopher's Stones? They're clearly powerful already. He has homunculi that follow every command that are also strong in their own right. So what is the purpose of continuing to just go on these mass genocide trips and create these Philosopher's Stones? So we've got that storyline to try to figure out, like, why is the father figure doing what he's doing? What is his relationship with Hohenheim? All that kind of stuff. Then we've got Ed and Al trying to figure out, you know, opening the portal. We see that Al's body is there, but then how do they get it? How do they get it back? Human transmutation, is it possible? Is it not? What is this most powerful form of alchemy that Hawkeye's father is talking about? She's got this tattoo on her back here. And I'm trying to picture, is it the same thing we saw? So this thing here, is it the same thing we saw when Ed was out there, out in the desert, in the ruins out there, seeing all that stuff on, like, there's so much transmutation and like symbols and stuff that go around. Like, I don't know if they've all been the same symbols we've been seeing, and I just haven't been seeing it or what. But she has all his research, and I think Colonel Mustang has it as well. What his research entails or leads to, we're still not sure. But just a lot of questions, a lot of deep dive stuff here, a lot of exposition this episode, but with some solid stuff, and we'll just go from there. So Patreon members, you guys should see this on the 1st. No, the 30th. You guys will get this on the 30th of, what is it, April? we'll just keep cranking it out. I appreciate you guys. We're getting closer and closer to 6,000 subscribers. I appreciate that support. All the Twitters and the Patreons and all that link stuff is in the description. We'll go from there. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,